Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're very much on the way now. Has another go! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And he welcomes it in. Tries one from range. Oh, he's been caught napping. In he goes again. Crossbar comes to the rescue. No, just not quite.
Well, that would have gone down as a bit of a waste. You're in a great position and you end up massively frustrated.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good switch, that.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder.
Haaland! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Rice plays it short. Delivers the ball.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Some good work on the right flank here. Bruno Fernandes with the delivery. Konate tries to clear. Japan have their second corner now. Rice goes short. Now, can they get him away? Driven in. Oh, good play. Oh, crossbar! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Pedri. And the pass is intercepted. Bruno Fernandes. Konate gets across to intercept that. And they can counter here. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
And here's Bellingham. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Haaland gets flagged offside. Haaland. Conte. It's a good spell of possession, this. Thuram stood his ground strongly. Shoots! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Rice has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
That's the keeper's ball.
Haaland clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Plays a sharp little ball here. Looking to play him in. It's played through for him. And he's managed to get free. Oh, there's a probing ball. The muscular approach does pay off here. Conte. And here's Thuram.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Dumfries. Tries to play it through. Great vision. Bellingham. He's got away. And he's been shifted off it. And he's heaved it away. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Thuram. Bellingham. He's found a way through. Great chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham has been caught there. It's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. And it's Pedri.
Such good technique.
Thuram. Bellingham. Conte. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. Bellingham really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Dembele. Bellingham. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Haaland. Nicely spread. Knocks it into space. Haaland's cross. Van Dijk with the clearance. That's it, 45 minutes up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Japan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Bellingham wriggles his way through. Oh, that's fabulous. Aimed beyond the defence. It's Dembele! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Dembele is offering a wry smile there.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he'll shoot here! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Bellingham. Steaming on goalwards. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He can run onto that. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves
he's given it away. Thuram being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Pedri. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Zaire Emery spots it and intercepts. And that has left him in a heap. Nicely weighted ball. Well read, nice interception. Locatelli. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Konate makes the interception. Rice. Japan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And Mendes. Can he get on the end of this? Thuram. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Rice. Now it's Dembele. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Bruno Fernandes. Threads one in. Oh, good take in a good area. Ndika can get it clear. Ball is over the line. Lovely bit of skill. And he gets rid in a hurry. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Andrich.
Parma clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Tries to pass it through. That has been slung wide. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nuno Mendes. Andrić gets it away. And he's forced to go back.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
And it's Musiala. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Van Dijk. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Japan are down to 10 men. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Rodgers. Ferran Torres. And he's there to get it away. 1 minute to add, according to the board. And no, that was never going to make it. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance. So our quest to find the winner continues. Dumfries. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Mendes. Nuno Mendes. He leaps for it! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
And he was quick to react. Can he get it through? Valverde could move up a gear here. Looking for options for movement. Dumfries. He's rising! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Musiala. Valverde. Now it's Haaland. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Great ball if he can get there. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Now that looks a decent ball. Haaland is wide and looking to get onto this. This looks promising.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it is half-time in extra time. So 15 minutes to find a winner, but is there anything left in the tank? And we're off for the final time. 15 minutes to find a winner, or else penalties. Now it's Thuram. Alvarez. Valverde. So what can they make of this? Alvarez. Rodgers. Alvarez.
Japan are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone. This is when that numerical disadvantage can take its toll. They've coped.
He's had a shot! He lifts the roof! Has he won it? He just might have won it! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
The first breakthrough.
While it's great commitment on show here, they'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Andrić. Brahim Diaz. Palmer have reclaimed it. And the referee brings it to a close. Japan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Valverde voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Conte, this is promising. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Conte! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Haaland, and he's certainly onside here. He's played it long. Vinicius Junior chasing after it. And here's Thuram. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Thuram. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Bellingham. So it is still 0-0. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Gently done. Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. Oh, there's a probing ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, good take in a good area. Pedri gets it clear. Vinicius Junior. Thuram. And here's Bellingham. He's in a great position here. And a shot! Goal! Palmer! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Parma are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And here's Thuram. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Japan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Can he finish? And no mistake. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
That is ended up in no man's land. There's the shot!
Rodgers really made the tough part look easy, and the easy part very complicated. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Locatelli plays it short. Japan have the chance to go the other way. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Nuno Mendes. Now he's off and running. Bellingham for Conte. Kante really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Pedri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Rodgers. Oh, that's fabulous.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pedri running with the ball. Tries a shot! It's wide, but only just.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Dumfries engages and forces him off the ball. Pedri, who does have an assist to his name. Mendes getting this one clear. Rodgers is... And that signals the end of the first period. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Now it's Thuram. Knocks it into space. And he shoots!
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Thuram. Now it's Thuram. Oh, well played. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Bellingham. Locatelli. Now it's Bellingham. Space for him to turn and look. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, easy pickings there. Bellingham has found the net here, of course. And he was alert to it. Rice. Thuram being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Pedri. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rice with the slide tackle there.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Japan still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Stood up well to him there. Now it's Dembele. Rice. Cherki. And he cuts out the supply. Locatelli. Valverde. Rice. Now it's Thuram. And it's made its way to him. That's put paid to the danger. Cross goes in there.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And it's Valverde. He's being shot at goal! Oh, it's hit the post! This looks promising. Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal! Japan! And the comeback is complete. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Thuram! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, he's been caught napping. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Corner number 2 then. Locatelli goes short. Palmer given another corner. So, third corner of the game. Locatelli with the short one. Real chance! So close to drawing level.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
Mendes does really well to win the ball there. And here's Pulisic. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
That is good alertness.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Bruno Fernandes. Valverde.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He's picked his way through. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Ferran Torres. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Locatelli. We are into overtime. Ferran Torres. Look at the space here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Zaire Emery. And there goes the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're very much on the way now. Thuram, he's chance! Good take. Goes for a shot! Goal! Japan! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
So what can they make of this? Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Dumfries. Dumfries showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Japan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vinicius Junior. Japan currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. And he was alert to it. And that was very necessary. De Jong. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
That's going in strongly.
That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And he's going to have his name taken. Palmer. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Bruno Fernandes is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's Bellingham. Oh, that's well spotted. Can he get it through? Played in. Impressive jump! And it's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
The pass has gone astray. It's out for a goal kick. And he's been shifted off it. Bellingham. Conte, and he's worked it through. And he's there to clear it. Back where it came from. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Palmer. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And he's managed to get free. Shot a goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Haaland! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Conte. And he's forced to go back. Japan heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Oh, good spread. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Palmer. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Bruno Fernandes. Over to the right flank.
Japan are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way through zone.
Vinicius Junior. Strong running down that left flank. Dumfries. Distributed tidily. Vinicius Junior to Bruno Fernandes.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
That has been knocked away. And the shot! And he can thump it away. That's it, 45 minutes up. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Japan looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. So we're off again. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bruno Fernandes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Bruno Fernandes. And he's managed to gift it back. Looking for options for movement. He has found the way through. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, good climb! And he's stuck it away! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Just one in it now.
The manager must have...
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Looking to play him in. Thuram! Well taken goal. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Bruno Fernandes. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Thuram. Thuram looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long. So they're running a fine line now.
Now, can they get him away? Konate does really well to win the ball there. Palmer had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Japan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench? Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's the Catalara. Mendes in acres of space out wide. It is a corner. Has a shot! Hits off target and by quite a way. Cherki. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Haaland. Plays a sharp little ball here. Throw in. Oh, there's a probing ball. Valverde. Van der Ven. And that's really well manoeuvred. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Palmer. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And here's Thuram. Now he's running away. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Cherki. Ambitious ball here. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Threads one in. Mendes gets across to intercept that. Valverde. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And it's made its great chance! Pedri. Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a searching pass. And he welcomes it in. That's really well cleared. Van der Ven clears. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And he's quick to get rid. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So, that was the second half.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Nicely shaped ball, not the most accurate pass. Alvarez. That pass has been well intercepted. There will be a throw-in. And it's Valverde. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That's good play. Gehi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, no joy this time. Deftly away. And that's been won straight back. Casemiro. De Ketelara. And a chance! Another one of football's and how moments.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Japan have their second corner now. And that has been knocked clear. Aimed beyond the defence. Nicely shaped cross. No, that's been dealt with. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Nice physical challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, just can he finish? Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making...
And it is half-time in extra time. So the very last of the action is still to come. Two teams separated here by the smallest of margins. Fingernails well bitten everywhere. Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Schuberschlei. Searching pass he's played there. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now he's got space here, chips it through. Oh, can he get onto this? Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Pedri. Good ball, good take. And he's got shapes to shoot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Nuno Mendes. That's a pretty loose pass.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Gabriel was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Pedri. Valverde. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Alvarez with the clearance. Oh, what has happened here? He is through here. Cleared away. And that is that. Japan can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Haaland picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. Eriksson. Lovely, now then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I think a lot's going to be expected of this guy, Rasmus Højlund. I think he's got the heart for it. And you need that if you really want to improve.
Totti! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Vieira! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Showing good feet. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Højbjerg. That's destined for the flank. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
He is just caressing the ball. Well, it's more pressure than ball at the moment. He's on it. Can he get away? And it's Eriksson. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Norgard. No goals as yet. Norgard. Nicely spread. No, he's just misjudged that one. And he's there to clear it. Stam is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Oh, good spread. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Højlund. Totti. And it's Thuram. Passing is crisp and sharp. Eriksson. Isaksson. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Lam. Vieira. For Iniesta. Luis Suarez. Now it's Totti. Played with finesse. Pelé made a good run there.
That was a great ball that looked right on the money. Trying to get behind the defence is something that can work well here.
Christensen. And it's Eriksson. Norgard. Over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Now Højbjerg. Dorgu. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Iniesta plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Dorgu. And it's Højbjerg. And Norgard. Isaksson. And it's Eriksson. Now Christensen. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Hullet. Stood up well to him there. Luis Suarez. Totti. Totti will not want to lose out here, not against... It's Pele! In he goes again. Goal! Japan! And there is your opener. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
The first breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
He's onside. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
That's the end of the first 45. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another and we know it's an awful long way back.
Japan are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So right back into the action.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Vieira. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Hullet. This is good pressing. They're not short on bodies. Crossed into the middle.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Spread out to the left. Norgard. Over to the right flank. Isaacson. Hullet. Chance here to counter. Norgard. And it's Eriksson. Spread to the right. He's found a way through. And he's in on goal. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. He's shifting through the gears here. And now they can clear their lines.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Dorgu. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
And it's been taken short. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? No, the referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. And the keeper beats it away. Backward it goes. And the shot! And the ball's come loose here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Lewis, towering header! Caught offside that time. And here's Suarez. Hullet. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, there's a probing ball. Anderson. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Isaacson. Distributed tidily.
Denmark truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Looking here to chip it through. Tries a shot! And it's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that has been cleared. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Pele. And here's Hullet. Mela. That's a good foray he's making. Now Christensen. Anderson. Japan can consider themselves just about safe now. And Norgard. Knocks it into space. Now that's well seen too. Has a look and plays it forward. Anderson cuts it out. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, good effort! And it's come back out to him. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Japan find a position of real strength now. Pull it, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Højlund. Stam wins the duel this time. And it's Luis Suarez looking to pass their way up the pitch. Christensen. Mela. Oh, nicely intercepted. And there goes the final whistle. Ah, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Iniesta taking in the accolade. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. So we're up and running. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going to ask an awful lot from your central striker, but also for anyone positioned out wide. You're the key supply route, and at the same time, the defensive cover. So, effectively, you're the lungs and legs of the team.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Romelu Lukaku, his physical...
He'll try from distance! Rude Hullet! That is just a piece of art!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Japan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Belgium are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Thuram making good progress on the right-hand side. Nesta. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Totti. Driving through. Totti! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He's going for goal! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
De Bruyne, and played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Belgium are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
That has been slung wide. And this is Lukaku. Iniesta plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Can he get onto this? Hullet. In towards the back stick. And that's the keeper's ball. Trossard. And it's Tielemans. Onana. That's Tielemans. Trossard. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
De Kalpa. De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. And De Bast. Voss. And it's De Kuiper. Trossard. Lukaku. That is a brilliant interception. Totti. Japan could counter-attack here. Vieira. To Thuram. And it's Nesta. Vieira. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And he's forced to go back. Meunier.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And it's Tielemans. And it's De Bruyne. Vieira.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And Iniesta. Stam. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram. Stam. And it's Lam. That's Vieira. Luis Suarez. And here's Hullet. Takes a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Lukaku. Lukaku gets on his bike and on the move. And it's De Bruyne. That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Japan just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. So off we go again. Japan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Trossard.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
That's the throw. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
De Kalpa. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's De Bruyne. There's the header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Lukaku is offering a wry smile there.
Trossard. Nicely weighted ball. De Bruyne picks it up out wide. De Bruyne delivers. Tries to get it clear. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Vieira. And it's Luis Suarez. And here's Hullet. Pele. Tries to play it through. Oh, no joy this time. De Kalpa. Just about up to the hour now. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Looking for the run. And this is... And the finish! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Denied by an instinctive save.
Totti really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Great vision. It's a promising position. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Meunier. De Bruyne. Trossard. Opts for safety. And it's Amadou Onana. Now Fas. Trossard. De Kuiper. And it's Tielemans. Distributed tidily. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Oh, that's neat. And it's made its way to him. He leaps for it. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Lahm gets it away. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Openda coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
And it's Amadou Onana. Caresses it through. Thuram attempts a clearance. Trossard plays it short. Delivers the ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Onana. Luis Suarez. Now it's Iniesta. Oh, some astute defending there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. De Bruyne. And De Kuiper. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. De Bruyne. And it's Tielemans. Looking here to chip it through.
Belgium really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Belgium have opted to make another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Very much into the last knockings. De Bruyne. Meunier. Fofana. Cross into the box. That's a decent clearance. This looks promising. Iniesta, look. That's the end. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Bullet taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Japan, honestly, could have done themselves a real favour by trying to make more of what they had in the minutes after the goal. But with the control they had, they were never really under threat of losing this, Peter.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The crowd rises for the national anthem of South Korea. And that gets things running. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I'm really looking forward to seeing this guy, Kim Min-jae. He's quick, so he has no real issues when it comes to pacey opponents. But his size is a strength too. It's reflected in the amount of duels he actually wins. So he's quite defensively minded, but he does have the ability to get on the ball and move it up the pitch, although it's not something he focuses on.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Lee Kang-in, and it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pull it. And it's Nesta. To Thuram. Totti. Vieira. That's destined for the flank. And here's Hullet. And this is Luis Suarez. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Lee Kang-in. Looking for options for movement. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Oh, makes every duel look like a total mismatch. They've got to be quick moving this forward. Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
That's very neat. Looking for the run. Alarm. Oh, he's been caught napping. And this is Hullet. Hullet will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Iniesta. Goes looking wide. He is just caressing the ball. Hullet! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Fair effort, he reacted well.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Son Heung-min sends it crossfield. Lee Kang-in plays a sharp little ball here, showing good feet. He's on it. Can he get shapes to shoot? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
They've played it short. And that's aimed into the middle. Punched away. Takes a shot! And now they can spring out of defence. And that's a nicely shaped ball. Cho Yu-min proves too strong. And it's Thuram. And that is well cleared. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Could move up a gear here. Son Heung-min. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. And that's been slipped through. He's got away. And this is Luis Suarez. He's given the time to pick a pass. And it's Iniesta. A header! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Vieira, brilliantly cut out. That's put paid to the danger. Crosses it into the area. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And he cuts out the supply. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Looking for the far post. And he gets rid in a hurry. Totti, never out of the action for very long. Nesta. Stam. And it's Lam. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Can he latch on to this? So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Japan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling. Japan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Lee Kang-in. Can he get it through? goes for a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And it's played in. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Knocks it out wide. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Now, this could be a chance. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
And that should get the job done. They've got to throw in. Japan are still that goal to the good. Now, can they get him away? It's a promising position. No, that's been dealt with. Pass somewhat off target. Hwang Hee-chan. Vieira gets a foot in here. Son Heung-min! Decent hit from there. Almost an hour gone. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settled.
Can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. But he's left disappointed.
And not just close, agonisingly close.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Son Heung-min. Lovely pass, but can he get there? The ball goes in. Cleared away. South Korea have it back and can go again. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And he can clear it away. Japan are looking to go forward now. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Son Heung-min. And here's Lee Kang-in. Delivered from distance. Cleared without hesitation. In again. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Iniesta tries to clear and smartly reclaimed. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Lam. Moved on forwards. Now it's Pele. Threads one in.
Japan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
That's a good ball. Nesta. Totti going about things with real menace. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
No, that's been intercepted. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Tries to play it through. Iniesta. And he welcomes it in. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Suarez really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Japan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And this is Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
And that will be it. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Pullet taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then. Back towards the middle. Space for him to turn and look. Lam. Stam. And the counter is on. And it's Totti. And Iniesta. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Now it's Totti. Nice. Big chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, the ball's come loose here. And he can thump it away. Pull it. Crosses it into the area. Chance! And the keeper's there to save. That's really well cleared. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
First quarter of an hour gone. Still goalless. It's a really well-measured ball. Over to the right flank. Vieira. Iniesta can see things others simply cannot. And he's forced to go back. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's picked his way through. It's not an especially good pass, that. Turns back here, probably the best option. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Lam. Now, can they get him away? Backward it goes. Bullet! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. Japan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Nice control. And it's made its way to him. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Looking for the run. And this is Luis Suarez. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Lam did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's in a great position here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Suarez picks it up out wide. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And here's Hullet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Iniesta. Oh, they can break here. No, he refuses to take the bait. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, no joy this time. It's a promising position. That is lovely. Drives it in. Terrific effort! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Japan leading by 1 at the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Japan just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling. Japan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Now it's Pele. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. He is just caressing the ball. Lam made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Tries to play it through. Referee's given a throw. Totti. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, that's well spotted.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he's picked it up out wide. Japan are ahead here by what is still the only goal. That's a cute ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Goes looking wide. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
Passing nice and neat. Luis Suarez, renowned for his long-range shooting.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kenya needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And that was asking for too much. Kenya can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
And this is Luis Suarez. Can he get on the end of this?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Good ball, good take. Great vision. And this is Luis Suarez. Stood up well to him there.
Japan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
That has been slung wide. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Nesta getting this one clear. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's a key interception. That ball looks a good one. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Japan close now to seeing this one through to the end.
Japan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through. Japan really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Luis Suarez. Distributed tidily. And that is that. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Pullet claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Japan, honestly, could have done themselves a real favour by trying to make more of what they had in the minutes after the goal. But with the control they had, they were never really under threat of losing this, Peter.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. So off we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line because there's nothing this guy relishes more than space to run into, and once he gets there, he's gone.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now it's Pele, knocks it into space. Vieira, Iniesta. Abdul Monem pokes it out wide. Stood up well to him there. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. That's a sharp pass. And now they can clear their lines. Pele, he shifted it to the flank. Pull it. Good driving run. Oh, this looks sharp. No, he's just misjudged that one. Lam is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Trezeguet. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he's intervened well there. Hegazi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Luis Suarez looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Looking for options for movement. Delivers the ball. Getting up there! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And it's Salah. Short changes him with that pass. Quality ball. Now it's Pele. Now it's Totti. That's a little off target. El Neni distributed tidily. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Mohamed Salah. Pull it. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Luis Suarez. Now it's Iniesta. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Alarm. He's being urged to shoot. Shoots! Goal! Japan!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Japan are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And it's Salah.
Japan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
He's found a way past. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Van der Sar claims it without any fuss. That's destined for the flank. It's a promising position. Played in. Vieira. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Iniesta quietly revving up. Trezeguet. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Bullet. Luis Suarez. Now it's Pelé. That's a good ball out wide. And that was asking for too much. And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Japan are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So let's get the ball rolling.
Japan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Now it's Pele. Now who's going to be first to this? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Trezeguet. And he lines up. He leaps for it. Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Mohamed Salah simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Pings it across. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Japan are still that goal to the good. Played out to the left flank. Oh, that's neat. Space for him to turn and look. And he's taking no chances there. That has been slung wide. Vieira. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Totti going about things with real menace. Now it's Hullet. It's Luis Suarez! No, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Suarez cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Egypt choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Out for a throw. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And this is Luis Suarez. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? No, again, there's no way through. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Lovely bit of skill. Opts to play it back. Good take. Real chance! It's in! Egypt are level. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
We're looking at a different game now.
There's been a genuine flow to this game so far, but that might mark a major shift in momentum now.
And this is Luis Suarez. Look at the space here. Hullet! Rude Hullet! Beyond! Brazil! What a player! He's got himself an absolute peach. And again they hit the front. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Egypt have opted to make another change here. Japan have their lead. And it's Totti. Vieira. It's a searching pass. That's the throw. Marmouche. Half an hour gone in the second half.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Now it's Luis Suarez. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Japan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Hullet. And he's definitely onside. And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post. Place it in low. Egypt making further changes here and in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the effort.
Luis Suarez! And he can thump it away. And here's Totti, plays it across.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Mohamed Salah. I think we're just about done here. Showing great feet there.
Egypt really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Iniesta. And he's been shifted off it. Could move up a gear here. Spread to the right. In towards the back stick. And that is expertly dealt with. Japan clearly now in lead preservation mode. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Now that's well seen too. Great ball and he's in here. In here. There's the header! Oh, and the referee says that that is it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Luis Suarez, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So straight into the action. Venezuela have gone with a 4-5-1, Jim.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be...
Pele! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured. It was simply inch perfect.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Stam. Iniesta. Pele. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Engages and forces him off the ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Thuram. Iniesta. This is a promising build-up. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Aimed beyond the defence. Vieira. Threads one in. Thinks about the shot. And they can counter here. And here's Rondon. Now this could be a chance. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Here comes the cross. He's rising! And the ball's come loose here. Vieira. Now it's Totti. Thuram is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Venezuela have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he's gone looking for safety.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And the pass is intercepted.
That was lovely, that.
And it's Rondon. Taken back almost at once. Is there any support? He might not need it. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Alarm. Stam. That's Thuram. And it's Nesta. Nesta. And it's Thuram. That's Vieira. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
That is good alertness. Luis Suarez. Iniesta. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And that interception was most necessary. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Rondon. That has been slung wide. Oh, that's a key interception. Pull it. Oh, good spread. Now it's Totti. Pull it. Oh, no joy this time. And he's managed to get rid. Deftly away. Venezuela have the chance to go the other way. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Totti. Luis Suarez. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Cleared away. Looking for the run. And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Some first half thoughts?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands. So No wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Japan just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling.
Japan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Vieira wins the duel this time.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Spread neatly. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Totti. Pele. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Can he finish? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Vieira! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Still just a single goal between the sides. Can he get on the end of this? Pinches it off him. Lahm did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Vieira gets his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here. He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Stood up well to him there. Pele can see things others simply cannot. Played out wide. Totti. Pele.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's a threatening ball. Shapes to shoot! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Oh, that's neat.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Vieira. No, that's been intercepted. That's an imaginative pass. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nesta. Hullet. Lahm. Can he get it through? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And it's made its way to him. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. So we have further activity on the bench here. Japan can consider themselves just about safe now. Plays a sharp little ball here. Space for him to turn and look. The ball's swung in. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
And it's Hullet. Knocks it into space. And he welcomes it in. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Totti. The ball's gone astray. And Hullet! Well, he's had a decent crack at it.
Well, at least his thinking was very good, Peter. Probably thought he hit the target, judging by his reaction.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. 2 minutes to be added on. And it's Lam. So that's it. It is all over. Japan can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally. All round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride.